All right, next up is Terrell Williams. This is in a championship round, so Terrell has not lost yet. He's going to take, well, they gave him, may have given him 2 and then an immediate escape. And 2 and 1 again. So 4-2 right now. Terrell's going to get another 2, taking him up to 6. 6-2, Terrell Williams. I think he'll be content to go for the pin now instead of doing the catch and release program. And here we go. This looks like this is going to definitely warrant some back points. That's 3. Kind of a tricky position to get him flat on his back. And this looks like a much better spot. Right at the buzzer. Let's see if he can get this in before she hits him. Oh.
Hey, Billy.
No, I'm just going to give 3 near fall points. Should take him to 9-2. Terrell takes the down position, starting the second period. Let's see if we can get in a little bit closer here. Close to breaking the hands there. He's still going to get there. So it takes him to 10. Immediate shot, 11-12. Good job, Terrell, to keeping the pace of the match in his terms. Of course, in the quarterfinals, the guys are going to be seeing a little bit better wrestlers. Terrell locks up in a cradle. He's got plenty of time this time, and he's going to take care of it. So Terrell Williams with another win for Pine Creek, second day of the JV state tournament. Next, we've got Lane McAdams at 106. In a quarterfinal round. It's going to be 2 for Lane. This characteristic leg in. That's proved to be a nightmare. Now, Lane actually took first in the 98-pound division last year. So he'll try to repeat that performance in a second weight division this year. Now this could be it. They're still wrestling. The official's leaving. Not quite sure what all that was, and we can't see the score here. But Lane clearly having the upper hand right now. So we're going to go back and talk about that one. There we go. Lane taking his time, looking at what he needs to do. This morning it's going to feel a little bit more like a duel based on 10 of our guys being in the quarterfinals. We've yet to see Dustin Virgil. He'll be coming at 20 here in probably about 10 minutes. Lane's just working that shoulder, trying to get the leverage to get him on his back. And he finally decides to go, and very good defensive wrestler, but that's going to do it. Lane pins in his quarterfinal to move on in 106s. Okay, next quarterfinal match is going to be Dustin Virgil. And Virgil is facing Larry Long of Broomfield. And got him out of bounds here. And they did score that first point for Dustin as they were going out of bounds. Apologize for the poor camera work there. So Dustin leads 2-0. And this should get some count. No, not quite. And then we also have got a consolation match going on 2 for Clay Schwab. So we'll kind of update you as we go with that one. Dustin looks like he's going to keep him in bounds, which is great. All right, so we'll sort this out. Looks like there's going to be at least 2 near fall points and potentially escape. We'll let track wrestling catch up. The official's going to go over and talk to the Broomfield coach. They've got Dustin listed at 7-0, so he must not have scored an escape right there when they were scrambling at the end. Meanwhile, Clay Schwab is down 4-1. It is struggling on his back at the moment, so we'll back over to Dustin Virgil, who has continued to dominate his opponent, Larry Long from Broomfield. And at the end of the first, we'll see what they end up scoring there. She tapped him, but he didn't stop the match. So it looked like he did get tapped initially into his count. Billy Gable is here in force this morning. And Clay Schwab takes a loss on mat 2. Hard-fought match in the consolation round. I think that may mean that he's done for the tournament. But I think that they finally have this sorted out enough for a start for the second period. Dustin working hard for another takedown. Well, that was fun. It's a good thing they practice cartwheels on warm-ups, because
see that?
That was impressive. That was impressive. Well, Dustin leads 9-0. A nice take to the mat from Dustin. He's just really kind of manhandling his opponent here. He must be tired. In fact, he's tired enough to get himself into a cradle, which could be the last thing he does in this match. And that is exactly what happened. So Dustin Virgil, in his quarterfinal match, pins his opponent, another 4 points for Pine Creek. Sorry, we're a little bit behind on Dustin Jones here. His quarterfinal match. So very early in the first. No score. And Dustin's going to surrender a couple points at that first little part of the first mat. Gives a caution to the back guy. The varsity coaches are on hand for this morning. So we have Coach Russ Davey sitting next to Nate White. And we saw Billy Gable earlier this morning. Nice. So Dustin scores a point on that lock hands. When we're getting into these later rounds, we may find ourselves with a number of our wrestlers wrestling at the same time, so we'll do the best we can to cover everybody. Good stuff. Dustin's going to get two with the scramble if he can get around behind him. Looks like he's going to lose him out of bounds. Try to do some quick research here to find out who Dustin Jones' opponent is, where he's from. Looks like they're going to stop for blood time. Nope. Looks like they're good enough to go. We may have to talk to Dustin about doing some football time next year. That was a nice end rush there. Pushed his opponent right out of bounds. Okay, that'll conclude the first period. And it looks like the score is 2-4. Dustin is up. So Dustin is facing Curtis Nolasco, a junior from Thompson Valley. His record comes in at 19-1. Wouldn't be surprised if this gentleman isn't the first or second seed in their bracket. So this may be one of Dustin's tougher matches. But we certainly know he's capable of getting this done. And as they disappear off the right side. And track wrestling's caught up with the scoreboard here. It definitely shows that Dustin is ahead 5-2 in the second period as he continues to work. And again, they're going to continue to make this a lively and spirited match. They're traveling quite a bit. Just awarded 2 points to Lasco from Thompson Valley, so that brings the score to 6-4. Dustin continues to lead. 17 seconds remaining in the second. 6-4, Dustin Jones. And if he can get another quick score here. And that's going to do it for the second. Dustin remains in a good spot here. 160s quarterfinal match, JV State in Colorado. Dustin takes the top position. Receives his first caution from the official. Both wrestlers were stopped on their initial hand placement or where their knee was, so he's potentially a little more picky than some. Dustin's locking up on the leg, riding well. Looking for an opportunity to turn this wrestler over. It's an interesting call. Locked from the bottom, and that awards a point to Dustin. Now that'll be his second time, so if he gets a third one, it should be a 2 penalty points. Fourth, he's disqualified, if I'm correct. Good attempt to escape. Dustin catches it well. He's got 1:19 remaining. He's up by 3. Keeping Chris Nolasco from Thompson Valley at bay. .50 seconds to go. He's gonna counsel both of the wrestlers, I'm sure, to keep working. Nolasco moves 1 point closer, 5-7. Dustin Jones still ahead with less than 30 seconds to go in this third period. Dustin needs to control right here, ride this out, and he's going to be in the semis. All right, so they're going to start again in the neutral position. Dustin just needs to protect from a good shot and a takedown. And he's actually going to, he needs to stay off his back here. Good job to move it up. This may take this to a 7-7 tie. And it does. Oh, he's going to actually award 2 back points right at the end. And that's how it's going to end, unfortunately. Well, that's a disappointment at the end there. Good job. Almost made it happen. Next up, Kason Allen on mat number 4. Goes for a nice double. He's going to move him over. If he can get this done, he's definitely a little tougher than the guys he's faced, but Kason's got got a really good position here if he's not too high. See if he can take it and ride it out, settle in, get a good spot. Still got the upper position. He's going to have to lift his head up, and there it is. That's Kaysen's third pin. So at 170, Kaysen now moves to the quarters, or rather to the semifinals later this afternoon.
All right, next up, we've got Taylor Clifton at 182. This is Tanner Atkin. He's a 14-5 freshman from Brighton. Yell it out. We're noticing that they don't even have the clock moving on the match. Taylor's going to get around behind him for two and then complete the takedown. He's got him up and over, and he's going to pin him because we don't have the benefit of the clock. We're not quite sure. That probably comes with about 45 seconds into the match or so. And Taylor pins in his third round. So the bigs are continuing to be successful. Unfortunately, Dustin is the only one of the six that dropped this round. So we'll see if we can continue. We've got Alex Rathman coming up next. We've got Clay Rivard. He's our second 182. Is on mat 6. So we'll follow him through. Clay's going to back out of the ring there to restart. Unfortunately, we can't see the scoreboard for Clay. So as soon as we get track wrestling back up, we'll be able to call it based on what they've got it. That's definitely going to be 2 for red there. So I think Clay's down 0-2. All right, here's kind of the vital statistics here. Clay Rivard, our freshman from Pine Creek, is facing Terrell Morgan who's a sophomore from Rocky Mountain. This is the consolation match for 182. Again, this will be a strategic match for him because Rocky Mountain and Pine Creek are 1-2 in the team standings. Actually, I misspoke. Rocky Mountain falls to 3 on the team scoring with 139. Thompson Valley at 144. Pine Creek number 1 at 157. Yeah, it ends up if Pine Creek is in a reasonable position through the middle of the round. 160, 170, 182, 195, 220, and 285 have scored all very well up to this point in the tournament. So it's looking good to definitely finish this round on top with Alex Rathman coming up. We have Brendan Hamilton as well as Hugh Cluckman yet to wrestle this round. So Clay gets one there, so it should be 2-1 Clay trailing. And that's going to complete the first. Clay adjusts his ankle band there to take the down position starting the second. Clay doing a really nice job of keeping his base if he can stay up. Working to unlock the hands, and he gets out. So that's an additional point for him to pull the match even at 2-2. Clay's going to lose the position there, taking the score. To 4-2, Clay trails. With some time remaining in the second. Looks like it's a little under 30 seconds. Well, and we were mistaken. Looks like that was in the third period. And so time expires on Clay, and he's going to drop that second. So I think that's going to be all for Clay, but great effort there on that match. We'll be moving on to Alex Rathman next. So we're picking up Brendan Hamilton at 220. And in the fray of all the activities, we missed Hugh Kluckman at 285, but he ended up facing the 1 seed, and it didn't go like Hugh wanted. He ended up getting pinned, and we may have missed Alex Rathman, so we'll try to find out how he did at 195. So Brendan Hamilton taking a quick shot there, staying neutral. Both these wrestlers about the same size and height. So this will be interesting to see if anybody has an advantage with reach, or I think quickness is going to play a big factor, and Brendan always has had a lot of good quickness to his game. So now they stand full height. Brandon looks like he's probably got a couple inches less, so he's gonna rely on his quickness. Looks like we're gonna have to turn off. We'll wait until they figure out the blood time. Looks like they're gonna ask one of them to wrap. All right, we're back in action here with only 10 seconds remaining in the first period. No score at 220. And that'll conclude the first. Brendan Hamilton will have to corral him from the top here starting the second. He likes to chop that elbow. They kind of scramble to the mat, and I'm going to give him an escape point. So there's the first score. It's getting spirited, folks. A couple guys tumbled almost into the crowd on the mat next to Brendan's. Brendan looking to make a move there, but didn't play out. Got some great coaching in the corner from Russ Davey, Pan Am heavyweight champion. Trying to go for a headlock, and Brendan takes advantage of it. Really great move to ward off that headlock and get behind him. Now he's going to shove him back away, so that should end up making it 2-2. 10 seconds remaining in the second. This is going to come down to the wire, folks. This will be a good match. He's going to start him again with 3 seconds remaining in the third here, or in the second. So this is just going to be for basically was just going to say that that's just going to be for show to start him up. Can we find out what happened with Alex Rathman? Can you ask these guys? He pinned him? He pinned. Okay, so Alex ended up pinning. We didn't see him out there, so it must have been fairly quick. So a win and a pin at 195. Win and a pin at 170, 182. And yet to be determined at 220. So 4 of the 6 big guys still alive in the semis to go here. So Brendan's opponent is Isaac Lopez. He's an 18-4 freshman from Pomona. Good position for Brendan to be. If he can spin out of this and get some escape points or a reversal, that'll take him up. He's continuing to work it. Gonna have to regroup. And we've got Ian Schleeper up on 4, or 5 rather, so we'll kind of keep you. We'll move over to him as soon as Brendan is finished. It's going to be a consolation round, so the rounds are going to go quickly and start it at a minute. So 52 seconds remaining in the 220 match. Brendan needs to stay in bounds so he can score this, but not going to happen this time. Still in a really good position to finish this match from the down spot. If he can muster the energy to break free, all he needs is this 1 point. And to keep from, he needs to maintain his base and keep from getting any back points. Good job from warding off the stack. And if they scramble here, it's still the same position and he's going to have him out of bounds. Oh, that was exciting, almost productive for Brendan Hamilton. 22 seconds. Brendan's still going to be in the down position. And over on Ian Schleeper's mat, he trails by 1-2 in the second. This is the still in a consolation round for 98. All right, so Brendan with 20 more seconds to try to score and escape. Still working it, but with 5 seconds left. They're going to restart one more time with 3 seconds. So he's going to have to power up and out. Otherwise, they're going to have to wait and decide this in overtime. Official clearing some of the fans out of the corner. JV State hosting over 50 teams. It gets a little congested, as you can imagine, around the mats. If he can stand up here and shake him off, just didn't have quite enough time. So we're going to go into overtime here. Takedown will win it. Back to Ian Schleeper in the second. It's 2-4. He trails, but looks like you're counting back points on his opponent. He may come up to even or even go ahead here. Gonna try headlock again. That's what failed the last time, and Brendan took that for 2. So I don't think that he's gonna mind him trying that again. So we're a little misinformed. Actually, Ian Schleiper is ahead 6-2. He's wearing green. Nope. That was a tough call. Nope, he's going to call it out of bounds. That's fortunate for Hamilton. As he was close to having 2 scored on him. He's a little slow getting up. Needs to work here with 2 seconds left. All right, they're going to go into a 5th period. Each of the wrestlers are going to get a chance to be down.
Will you go out there and check on her and make her come back in? Yep. Thanks. Do you need anything? In the pocket on the bag.
On Schleiper's mat, they're starting the 3rd period. Schleiper is up, his opponent down. Hammy's doing a good job. If he can work this power half. He's calling him out of bounds. I'm not sure. He's gonna give him the 2. But they're gonna say that he's out. Now, because they reached the 5th period, they're continuing. So only it's the 5th. Yep. All right. So now they'll switch in the 6th period.
He gets to have a chance to get the points back.
Correct.
I don't know, they're neck and neck. I don't see him pulling off a whole bunch of points. Although that kid just pulled 5 points from him. That's a long match.
All right, Ian Schleiper update. He's leading 8-4 with 55 seconds remaining. We're going to move on to the final 30 seconds of this match. And they are separated by a takedown. So if Brendan Hamilton can escape here and pull a reversal in the next 17 seconds. Lane McAdams, semifinal 106. We just have enough battery really to handle the champion side of the bracket, but just to give you an update, Hugh Kleckman just pinned in a consolation round, so he's continuing to wrestle towards 3rd. Believe that Dustin Jones ended up winning. Kaysen, did Hammy just win over here? Did Ham win? We'll check to see if Brendan Hamilton ended up winning his, and he did. So we've got a few guys still progressing towards the 3rd place on the consolation side.
So where's your boy at? He's a sophomore. He weighs 182. What grade's your 98 now? Where does he go to school?
Nice job by Lane to keep his balance and turn the effort of his opponent against him. So Lane takes the first 2 points. He will start his traditional ride. Lane's facing Juan Rubio. He's 26-5, a sophomore from Greeley West. Looks like the official wants to add a little bit of time. So they're going to reset the clock to 8 seconds remaining in the period.
I wasn't, but my wife was. My oldest was wrestling. I don't remember where he was wrestling. So I went with my oldest wherever he was. And
So second period starts out, Lane on top. Because of the time it takes to edit all these, we're going to just go ahead and produce these as is. We'll do some finals matches with scoring if some of our Pine Creek kids get to that point, so you'll see that change. And Lane's got a nice job, hips forward, turn him over. He's up 2-0, but this is definitely going to be an additional 3 points unless he takes him all the way to the pin. He's just got to flip him over. You can see from this direction that he's going to have it, and he does. So 58 seconds remaining in the second period. Lane McAdams is on his way to the 106 finals. All right, so we've got Terrell at 132 going, or 126. Oh, Terrell's actually at 113. He's wrestling David Beckendahl, 10-1 freshman from Pooter. And at the same time, we've got Dustin Virgil starting on mat 3 at 120. So we'll keep you abreast of both matches here. Terrell takes an early lead, 2-0. Dustin's facing Joe Archuleta, 17-5 sophomore from Prairie View. We'll see how I do with handling 2 matches at once here. Dustin is leading 2-0. Terrell is gonna try to roll over and stop him. Back on 3, Dustin loses his guy for half a second and ends up getting an escape point. Terrell's going to pin him, and we'll move over to Dustin here, hopefully.
the kid that was number 1 was his teammate, so he's actually better than him. And so my boy, I think was
Very close. Hard to see over the top of the table.
he's in the finals. But his teammate,
So that'll be 3 back points taking
shoulder.
Terrell to a 5-0 lead in the first period. About 10 seconds left, so time's going to run out for his scoring in the first period.
I haven't seen no Pine Creek, because you know how big these brackets
Going to start off in a neutral position. Terrell, when he's ahead, likes to shoot, release quick. He may work to get some quick points here. Over on mat 3, Dustin surrenders a takedown, taking the score to 2-3, so he's now trailing. And we'll give you an update on the team score as soon as these two matches complete. Terrell handling some freestyle rolls. So 7-0 for Terrell Williams.
That was a great match, man. You got lucky there.
So right now, Pine Creek is actually up 186. The second team, Thompson Valley, 178. So we'll see if Terrell Williams can add 4 to the team score. Short time left in the second period. It's going to give him another near fall with, can't see whether, and it was 3, so 10-0 at the end of the second for Terrell. And Dustin's finishing up the first, down 2-4. Or I'm sure it's probably the second. I wish I had the camera on that. Dustin just lifted his wrestler, slams him to the mat to tie it up 4-4. It was visually a lot of fun. Terrell continuing to dominate here. He's up now 12-0. His opponent's danger of having a tech fall. For the team, will take either. Just about a minute left
Did you end up graduating
in the 113.
No, you went to Northville.
And unfortunately on mat 3 right now, the trainer comes out to attend to Dustin Virgil holding his knee. Didn't see what happened specifically, but he's favoring his left knee there, talking with her.
Yeah, and then I went to Verizon.
Terrell's got his opponent cradled up. Still trying to pull out a pin.
When everything split, yeah, that's where half our class.
Okay, looks like Dustin's going to be able to continue. He's sitting there in the down position waiting.
Talk to Sean Spratt.
All right, we're gonna quickly move over to Dustin Virgil. Terrell's gonna finish that 15-0 with a technical fall. And we'll finish up with Dustin here. So Terrell's going to end up in the finals as well. So right now we've got 106 final, 113 final. We'll see what we can do for 120. So just to catch up, third period, Dustin is ahead by 1, just lost his opponent for a 1-point escape. So he's got about a minute to work here to keep this advantage and advance to the finals. Dustin's going to shoot. They're going to try to catch him and flip him over, but Dustin defended that well. "21 seconds. It's down to 20 that Dustin's got to kind of stick this out and not get tied up. He's got to prevent the score. Can't give up 2 points. And this may be a scramble. It looks like he's going to be just fine. He's actually going to get around behind for 2 to seal that victory. It's going to be 8-5 at the end of the third. Even with a little bit of an injury, we're going to have a third now in the finals round. Dustin Virgil at 120. All right, Kaysen Allen at 170. He's wrestling against the 10th seed. From
You guys at the state tournament, watch any of that? The varsity, the state tournament? You guys watch that at all?
from Rocky Mountain. Kaysen's going to get the takedown, and he will get the 2 out of bounds. This one's not going to be near as quick. Going to move him to a single leg. Going to try to break him down on the arm. And they're going to call him out of bounds. Going to return him to the mat. Needs to flip him. And they're going to call him out again. Kaysen sees an opportunity to head in with a single leg. Didn't quite land on him right to take him straight to his back, so he's going to have to pull him up underneath. Going to put the leg in, see if he can torque him over. He's got 15 seconds left in the first period. And not sure if he's going to get any back points, not counting yet. So that's going to end the first period. Kaysen Allen up 4-1 in the 170 semifinal match. Okay, he's going to defer. Rocky Mountain wrestler is going to choose to be down or up. Kaysen's typically a quick study on getting off of the bottom. We'll see what he does here. Might have an opportunity here if he can shake free that ankle. Now he's got a little bit more of a balance on his base. See if he can shake him off here. They're going to spin a little bit. If he can torque that knee, get him up over the top here. And there he's going to have 2. See if he can keep him in bounds. Nope, he's going to call him out. So this might work to his advantage. See if he can get some back points here. If he can torque over. No. Going to go to work on top. Likes this move, has used it quite a bit. He may have enough here to take the pin. See if he's going to take a fall. He needs this for team points and to move on to the finals at 170. He's having to try to pulling back. Now the wrestler himself does. He's going to cinch up. 25 seconds left in the second. Needs to get his head up and see if he can torque him over. He's going to try to do one more adjustment right before the end of the period. Looks up at the clock, and he's not going to get it at the end of the second. May have some blood time here. We're going to stop. We'll get back to the action here in just a moment. Okay, we've got a good match brewing here. The number 3 seed versus the number 10 seed. Third period starts. Cason gives up a point to stay in the neutral position. Score is 9-1. Pine Creek. Way to keep the balance, and they're going to start it back over again. Nice takedown right to the mat. We'll see if he can control this. In a very good position here to take a fall in the third period. Very close, chest to chest. Going to regather. Now he's going. Official wants to do it. He does with 106 remaining in the third. Cason pins to take a berth to the finals at 170. And Taylor Clifton at 182 will be next. Moving on to Alex Rathman, 195. On mat 2 here. He's one of our 2 remaining to see the finals. So just to catch up, Alex has got 2 with 3 additional back points, taking the lead to 5-0. He's got 30 seconds remaining in the first period, and it looks like Alex is going to have a good chance to have a pin to send him into the finals here if he can just finish. Takes a good position here at the head. He's going to lose it. His opponent has got some pretty good defensive capability. Alex has quite a few tricks in his arsenal, so he'll gather up and try again. That ends the first period. Alex Rathman at 195 rather, up 5-0. Going to be starting the second. we've noticed quite a few more trainers being called for in these later rounds.
There she flew.
Dustin Jones also took his last match. He has 2 more to get to a 3rd place finish. And we'll catch you up on some more of the consolation rounds as we have them come about. So Alex now up 8-0. Again in a commanding position, looking for his 4th fall. One of them was a technical fall, but this would be his 4th. Good work from Alec Rathman. Alex may have it this time. Just tough to get that down, not enough weight up on top. He's going to roll him out. .56 seconds remaining in the second. Alex up 11-0. Doing a great job on top. If we were keeping track of ride time, I think he might have most of it. To his credit, his opponent so far has done a good job of staying away from getting pinned. Alex may be in for another tech fall here as that goes to 2 additional points. Alex is at 13-0, 10 seconds remaining. If he gets 2 more back points for near fall, this is going to be it. Not going to happen until we get to the 3rd period. So that'll finish the second. And Taylor Clifton at 182 is coming up on mat 3. We're going to move over to Taylor since Alex has got this well in hand.
Here he goes.
They haven't quite started yet. Maybe we'll give Alex a quick reversal and that'll finish it.
She wants to video. Way to go, Kate.
And we'll have to catch you up on Alex.
Coaches and referees, there's pizza at the concession stand. Please go to the concession stand. Each coach gets 2 slices of pizza available. Mark your team off. Coaches and referees, there's pizza at the concession stand. Please go get your food.
So Taylor sizing up his opponent. Alex takes a technical fall 16-0 on mat 2. So he moves to the finals. So far we have 5 through to the finals, hoping that Taylor Clifton can make it 6. I believe Taylor's been able to pin all 3 of his initial opponents. So we'll see how he can handle this gentleman. My statistician was away FaceTiming one of the matches, so I haven't gotten him back yet.
Get it out of there.
Oh. So my Alex has just returned, so we'll check up on Taylor. Clifton is meeting Jack Warner. He's 7-1, he's a junior from Lakewood. and just locked his hands, so Taylor catches the first points of the match. Okay, just got an update that Brendan Hamilton won his next match. He'll probably be close to 1 or 2 more remaining for him to take a third place spot. And that's going to end the first. Kind of an unconventional first round. Taylor Clifton down by 1, but certainly with plenty of time to turn the tables here. This will be the last semifinal match for Pine Creek. And then we'll be moving on to coverage of the finals. Taylor was in control there for a minute. He releases, and so that's going to be, it's kind of interesting. The wrestler from Lakewood actually got called for a lock around Taylor's neck, so he's got a second penalty point. It's 2-2 midway through the second period. And Taylor's going to be able to there's his 2. Nice takedown. Gathers. See if he can move him over. It's definitely looking good for the big fella. He's got to move his hips over. There should start at least 1, 2, and 3 for 2 points, 4, 5. So that's 3 additional points. Let's see. The wrestler looks like he's about out of gas. Taylor's covering it up well. Needs to roll back a little bit. 28 seconds remaining in the second. Taylor's going to have to regroup. Pull in the same exact, well, he's going to move off him a little bit, try to work it to the head. He's going to stack him here, and that's going to be it. He's got it. He needs to just move it off. The official's not quite happy yet with 2 seconds left. And he's not going to get it here, but that's going to end up being 3 additional, so that's going to take him to 10-2. Certainly the momentum has shifted his way. And this is definitely an exciting semifinal match for Taylor Clifton. All right, so they didn't quite give him a full 10, so it's 9-2 starting the third. But it looks like conditioning is going to play in big here. And I've got to believe that Taylor is just going to have more gas at the end of this match. Ladies and gentlemen, we're having a parade of champions. This is the beginning of the finals round at JV State in Colorado. This is Greg Nowlin of Nowlin Studios. We'll be providing the coverage today. Be providing the coverage specifically for Pine Creek. And as you see, quite a few green shirts out there. We're going to have 6 of our guys made the finals.
marching, and we're just going to run through all the ways. Now wrestling for the 98-pound championship, Devin Kugel of Legacy and Dave Shaw of Prairie. Wrestling for the championship at 106 pounds, Zenon Lawson of Cherry Creek and Lane McAdams of Pine Creek.
Lane McAdams at 106.
Wrestling for the championship,
This is a repeat situation for Lane. He took 98 last year. Tyrell Williams at 113.
wrestling for the championship at 120 pounds, Zach Jennison of Thompson Valley. His opponent, Dustin Virgil of Pine Creek.
Dustin Virgil at 120. Can be 3 in a row.
Championship at 126 pounds, Carlos Juarez of Brighton.
Lane's going to step out. He's going to be one of the first ones to wrestle.
Antonio of Thompson Valley, Cole Fullahan of Cherokee Trail. Wrestling for the championship at 138 pounds, Jordan Blanco of Nevada West, Jake Hansen of Rocky Mountain. Wrestling for the championship at 145 pounds, Caleb Mendez of Houston, Joel Martinez of the Rocky Mountain. Wrestling for the 152-pound championship, Connor Quick of Thompson Valley, Andrew Fry of Grandview. Wrestling for the 160-pound championship, Chris Velasco of Thompson Valley, Jacob Donahue of Overland. Wrestling for the championship at 170 pounds, Jason Nowlin of Pine Creek.
Kason Allen at 170 starts the three bigs. He's got a real lanky kid, a little taller. Taylor Clifton at 182. And you can see all the guys there together. Alex Rathman. All right, there are your initial champions from Pine Creek, going for some first place points. Finals match at 106 with Lane McAdams. First of 6 finals matches for Pine Creek today. And they're underway. And Lane getting out to a little bit of a slow start. But he should be able to break this. Lane is facing Savon Lawson, a sophomore out of Cherry Creek. Score is 2-0. Lane trails in the beginning. Actually, the middle of the first period. There we go. That could work for Lane's favor. If he can get his leg out there, he's going to have 2. That'll tie it up. And Lane right to some back points. He's got a great position with leg lock. This could be over quickly, folks. Lane rolls him back. He's going to take an additional 2. And he's got his hips in, and he's got it. Lane McAdams, for a second year in a row, a champion at JV State. The 106 champion is Lane McAdams from Pine Creek. All right, next up in our first 3 in a row here is Tyrell Williams at 113. Tyrell scores quickly. Tyrell draws Gage Trusty. He's a freshman from Windsor. Pretty impressive record. He's got 23-2 this year. But Tyrell is certainly not letting a decent record affect him in any way. He's looking to lock up early with a cradle. And this could be what he's looking for right here. Now, good defensive kick out. Halfway done in the first. Takes it to 4 points to nothing. Tyrell Williams solidly in charge of this match. And that's going to put him out of bounds. We have consolation matches going on at the same time behind this first mat, so we'll keep you informed as Tyrell has got him in a real tough spot here. This could be the second pin in a row for a Pine Creek wrestler in the finals. See if he can get his knee into the hip, and that'll complete the first period. Near fall points will take Tyrell up to 7-0 lead.
Attention, pizza is now being sold 1 for $2, 3 for $3. Pizza is now being sold for 1 for $2, 3 for $3.
Tyrell with another nice takedown. Gage knows that he surrendered something that he certainly didn't want to. Tyrell just being methodical at the moment. Halfway through the second, 9-0, Tyrell Williams at 113. Takes it to 10. See if Tyrell can get a stack here.
Going to be 11-10 now. Okay, they'll restart him in the center. 1:30 left in the third. Terrell's going to go for another shot. He'll complete this. And if he gets any back points here, he's at 13-0. The wrestler from Windsor is in a very precarious position. There's the third, and that's going to be the match. He's holding 2 points. If he awards it, it's 15-0, and that should be done. Should be done. They're stopping him now from the table. Tech fall for Tyrell Williams, 15-0. The second champion for Pine Creek. They're going to go talk about it here. I think they're just going to iron out some logistics here and then finish up, and that certainly is going to be 15-0, and he's going to award the win here. And that's precisely what's happened. There's your champion at 113. Next up, Dustin Virgil at 120. So Dustin Virgil is facing Zach Kinnison, 17-1 record. He's a freshman from Thompson Valley. Thompson Valley has been holding in the second position, so this will be a strategic win if Dustin Virgil can take this bout. Zero with half remaining in the first period. Dustin's going to try to fight this off. So far, so good.
Greg, this is my littlest brother, Daryl.
So restart with 18 seconds left. Dustin Virgil down by fall, or by rather a takedown. So 2-0.
Come on, Dustin.
Nice job for Dustin to start controlling.
And he's going to lose him out of bounds. There goes the ankle. I'll restart.
Sit on your booty and slide down. Sit on your booty. That might be doing
Dustin's suffering a reversal here. So that takes score to 4, actually 6. To Dustin 0. Coming down to the end of the second. Dustin down by 6. He's going to have to have a 5-point move and a pin here to finish this up. Dustin with about a minute left, down 8-0. Kind of curious if his left knee that he injured this last match is kind of giving him some trouble. Just under 30 seconds left in the championship match for 120. With a restart with 0.6 seconds, probably not going to end up being enough. And they both knew that there wasn't enough time to really get anything accomplished, so instead of preventing injury. And Dustin Virgil will take second. Great performance this weekend for him. And still the team points. We'll check in on that with the 170 match coming up soon. So they're taking a little bit of a break in between. So this is 106. And there's Lane McAdams on atop the podium for the 106 champion. Terrell Williams at 113 stands atop the podium for our second champion of the first half, or first third, I guess, because they went through 132. All right, Terrell Williams, champion 113. Next, we'll have the 120s. Here is the 120 group. Dustin Virgil stands up top, the second place. He scores 14 points for the team, or I guess it's 12 points for second place, 16. Dustin Jones stands upon the 160 platform as the third place winner. A lot of great work today from Dustin, and proves his fifth place finish from last year. Some great points for the team. And next we're going to have the 170 championship bout. All right, this is the 170 championship match. Kaysen Nowlin, sophomore from Pine Creek, against Caden DeBrine, sophomore from Lakewood. Kaysen likened this match to the football game. Lakewood provided his first loss since 7th grade in football, so he's going to take this a little personal. And right off the bat, looks like we're going to have some blood time, so we'll get back to the action when they've got it cleared up. All right, so they've got everything cleaned up. Some good words from Coach Billy. And Kaysen's going to take what looked like the initial takedown of the match, but that didn't follow through. Caden a little bit lankier than Kaysen. From what I understand, he comes from a wrestling family. So Kaysen's going to have to keep his balance about him here. It looks like they're going to both go out of bounds, no points. And they did award a 2-point takedown. Kaysen starts from the bottom. Needs to stand up and break that hand lock. And here he goes. He's going to make his stand here. If he can turn and grab a leg, there he goes. There's a quick reshot. Kaysen super flexible there, showing that he can almost do a vertical split. Short time, less than 25 seconds. He's staying away from the trip. No change of position there. Didn't give him an escape, but he's going to have to work. And there it is. There it is with a few seconds, but because Caden remained holding on to the leg, didn't give him an escape point. So first period concludes. Kaysen is down by 2. Thinking through his strategy here.
Okay, comes up Green. He's going to defer. And DeBryan is going to go down. Not sure if he called down or not. We'll see here in just a second. And he does. Caution to Pine Creek. Good start. Caison's going to beat him up a little bit with a leg and try to work some power halves in here. Brutal when he's got the legs in and squeezes those hips. So we'll see if he can get, no, he actually lost his handle there. Down 4-0 in the second. He's going to have to wrestle smart here. Both wrestlers have pinned all of their opponents up to this point. Caden DeBryan has 18 seconds less wrestling time today over Caison. So fairly well matched. Caution's coming to the Lakewood wrestler. There's a question on the scoring a little bit. The Pine Creek corner talking to Caison to just get up. And he's got to spin around and get a reversal here, but he's going to go to his base. He's going to try to avoid the chicken wing here. And DeBryan is going to try to get over on the side. And Caison turns and faces him. If he can suck in that one leg, he's going to have a chance to have a reversal. Doesn't happen. It's got 24 seconds left. And they're going to scramble and end up out of bounds. So they'll restart to the center with 20 seconds left in the second. Going to start neutral. Should favor Caison. A little stronger. And they lock up in the middle. He's got to get inside position. His right arm's outside DeBryan. And that is going to be an additional 2, so it's going to end up being 6-1. He's going to have a tough period in front of him here. Caison's going to go down. He's got 2 minutes to either have a fall or score 5. Can't stay down for much. He's got to make some stuff work. If conditioning is going to play into this, it may favor Caison. He's always been tough in the third. And if he can spin this, he really needs to do something here. Potentially dangerous, so they're going to restart. Minute 22 seconds remaining. It's going to favor Caison. He may need to Granby out of this or something. False start. Brian comes in. Good start this time. And Caison is going to scramble. He's going to have a 1-point escape, but he needs to make something else work. He needs to take him to the mat. He needs a 5-point move here. He needs to go. He needs to go. He needs to go.
and that's going to be another 2. It's 7-3. Case needs to make it happen here. .30 seconds remaining. They've got 9-2 on the board. He needs to work. He's going to get a release. 21 seconds to get it done. 3-9. He's going to have to go for a headlock here. He goes and misses. He's going to have to try it again. He's going to have to go again. It's just not going to have enough time. He's going to have a really nice, he's going to score, but it's not going to be enough. Just not enough time. It's going to be a 9-5 match at 170. Kayson's going to take the second place. Good weekend, tough way to finish. All right, next up is going to be Taylor Clifton at 182. Taylor Clifton at 182. And Taylor gets a headlock right down to the mat. And if he can work this, he may get a pin. Taylor's still having his way with him. He's got him down by 5. He's got his hips going. Needs that left shoulder to come up and through. Now he's going to have another back count if he can. There we go. If he can get sunk in here. It's going to be, oh, he let him go. So 3 additional, so we've got 8-0 in the first as it comes to a conclusion. So Taylor's going to lift him up and over, see if he can pull a reversal out. About a minute remaining in the second. Taylor kind of rolls through that, which was kind of handy. He does it again. There's some core strength for you. score is 10-0. I don't think that the other ref, well, he's going to go for a stack, but it's not going to happen there because he was standing up. He was a little high. Both wrestlers have a leg. All right, 10-2. Taylor Clifton still with a sizable lead here, finishing out the second. That's real high. If he could grab his neck and just flip him. Looks like the officials must have swallowed their whistles. Somebody's got to be watching for him. Here we go. Final quarter, or period rather. We've got Brendan Hamilton going at the same time here.
For outstanding wrestler is still open. Please get your votes in and press it to 712-898-5914. Voting for outstanding wrestling is still open. Please send your text messages to 712-898-5914. Please include the wrestler's name and weight. Thank you very much.
She's too nervous. Got to wet her pants. Come on, Taylor!
I'm yelling naughty things.
Yeah, she's cussing, so we have to keep her quiet. Come on, Taylor!
About a minute left in the third. Taylor Clifton up 10-4.
Just a reminder, when voting for the outstanding wrestler, if you vote more than once, the vote will negate the previous vote. If you vote more than once per phone number, it will negate the previous vote. One out, one vote per wrestler per phone number.
And for some reason, we're held up at 1 minute remaining. Hoping to have enough time for 2:20. Meanwhile, Hamilton is on 4, so we'll try to check in to see what his score is.
50 seconds. Turn it, yes!
Taylor gets an additional 2 points, 12-4, 30 seconds remain. I think we're watching the 182-pound champion here just finish this last match. 5 seconds to go. Taylor's still totally in control. And he's going to have the championship at 182. And Mommy's happy in the background, if you can tell. So we're joining Alex Rathman at 2:20 in process. First period, 30 seconds gone. And it looks like Brendan Hamilton is going to lose by a fall over on the other mat, so he's going to take a 4th place.
One of our guys just got pinned.
And Alex has scored. Alex putting some nice work together here. Alex has got a lot of pinning combinations, and he's so long that he can cradle you up from a lot of different ways. A lot of different ways to hurt you. Coming to the end of the first period, Alex is up 2-0.
Does he think Lane should get it? Is that what he's saying? No, I think he's a little partial.
All right, that was kind of a flurry of interesting activity. So they're going to give a reversal to red. So Alex is tied up 2-2 to start the second. Just a little into the second. Alex hanging on for dear life. Both wrestlers fairly well matched. Gonna take him out. Now it starts back on the down, and as they stand up, they're gonna tumble out of bounds again. Caution, they're going to tell Alex that he can't rest on the wrestler as he is getting set. Here's the restart. About a minute remaining in the match, or rather the second period. And interesting, Alex thought that they had called him out. First time Alex has really been on the bottom today. Kind of a tough development, just mental mistake for not hearing. He still's got his right shoulder up off the mat, but that's actually gonna end that. So Alex Rathman will take second at 195. All right, so here is the 70-pound or 170-pound weight division awards presentation. And unfortunately, we're going to be bouncing around a lot because folks are leaving the stands here. And Kaysen just awarded second place at 170. It's always difficult because they got to bounce back and forth from the outsides, left, right, left, right, left, right to the middle. And there's your 170 bracket. And I think that's going to do it for the 70s. All right, here's 182. There's Taylor Clifton atop the 182 podium as champion. Here's 195 with Alex Rathbun. And there's Alex with his second place finish at 180 or 195. Here's a fourth place finish at 220 for Brendan Hamilton. And that wraps up the 20s. All right, at 285, probably the Heart and Soul Award this weekend is as the crowd cheers for their heavyweight, but Hugh Kluckman weighing in at a dripping wet 207, competing in the 285 realm, ends his season with a pin. Okay. Getting the final team scores. It looks like Pine Creek is at 291, Thompson Valley in the 260s, and Rocky Mountain in the 230s. So stand by for a team award for Pine Creek JV to win JV state. So they're going through the outstanding wrestler, just awarded the lower weights. Oh, we're hoping Taylor Clifton might pick that up, but it was somebody from Arvada West. So again, here comes the team. They're going to count down from 10. 10th is Lakewood. Cherry Creek comes in at 10th. Windsor for 9th. Legacy for 8th. Pomona takes 7th. Grandview for 5th. Prairie View. Guess that would have been 5th. Poudre Valley for 4th. Rocky Mountain takes 3rd. It's gonna Thompson Valley. Pine Creek takes it again. The guys are celebrating over here in the corner. Ladies and gentlemen, the JV celebration is happening. They're going to jump up on the bracket podiums for
for their team picture. I don't think that. See if we can focus in a little better there. Great shot of the guys. Hopefully we'll get that on the website soon. Pine Creek Wrestling, they brought 17. Few of them didn't score, but they finished with 291 points. The closest team was somewhere in the neighborhood of 265.5. Well, that concludes the coverage of the JV Colorado State Championships. This is Greg Nowlin of Nowlin Studios saying thanks for tuning in and watching, and have a great day, and go Pine Creek Eagles.